amụtana m ịkpọm soja bi n'okoya. Nna m amụtana m ụgbọm soja bi n'ime ọya. Biafra mụtana m ụgbọm soja bi n'ime ọya. Anwụnta tagbuola nụ soja o iwe iwe. Nne m amụtana m ịkpọm soja bi n'ime ọya. Nna m amụtana m ịkpọm soja bi n'ime ọya. Biafra mụtana m ịkpọm soja bi n'ime ọya. Agụrụ agụgbuola nụ soja o iwe iwe.
The airborne voice of Okokondem of Radio Biafra and other sincere-hearted people all over the world vociferously vented their dislike of the killing of the Biafran children. Russian and Egyptian pilots under the auspices of the Nigerian military junta continued their vicious aerial attack on Biafra, dumping powerful bombs into Biafran schools, churches, markets, refugee camps and hospitals, killing hungry and sick Biafran children. Today, we hear of Armed Forces Remembrance Day, but not even an hour is set aside to remember thousands of Biafran children who died as a result of hunger orchestrated by the blockade and as a result of bombs dropped by the fiendish Egyptian and Russian pilots fighting for the Nigerian military junta.
Biafra akụnụba zuru oke n'ala Biafra ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra naanị ọnwụ zuru ụwa naanị ọnwụ ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra akụnụba zuru oke n'ala Biafra ihe niile zuru oke n'ala Biafra naanị ọnwụ zuru ụwa naanị ọnwụ nagagharị n'ọzara na-achọgharị sabotuaz ọgụ ahụ wutanye ogo nwanụ ga-anwụ echi nagagharị n'ọzara na-achọgharị sabotuaz ọgụ ahụ wutanye ogo nwanụ ga-anwụ echi nagagharị n'ọzara na-achọgharị sabotuaz ọgụ ahụ wute m ogo nwanụ anwụ echi nagagharị n'ọzara na-achọgharị sabotuaz ọgụ ahụ wutanye ogo nwanụ ga-anwụ echi ụmụ Biafra ụmụ Biafra ọ bụrụ gịnị ka m ga-emerụ unu ọ bụrụ gịnị ka m ga-emerụ unu roya Oluchukwu dị ebube Oluchukwu dị ebube ọ dị ebube ọ dị ebube Olu Chineke dị ebube ọ dị ebube ọ dị ebube amara na aka ga-eso were na amara na aka ga-eso were na namale eyi nama namu pụrụ pirazọ na agọgụ eyi namale eyi nama namu pụrụ pirazọ na agọgụ eyi nama ọkigwe setọ jikere na-agakwa mbọ jikere ije jikere na-agakwa mbọ jikere iwuru onye arụpi jikere na-agakwa mbọ jikere ije jikere na-agakwa mbọ jikere RSM jikere na-agakwa mbọ jikere ije jikere gbambo jikere. Chineke mere anyị ebere kama ndị iro gachi anyị oke n'ụwa gbawasịa. Chineke mere anyị ebere kama ndị iro gachi anyị oke n'ụwa gbawasịa. Chineke mere anyị ebere kama ndị iro gachi anyị ike n'ụwa gbawasịa. Chineke mere anyị ebere kama ndị iro gachi anyị oke n'ụwa gbawasịa. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Oh Biafra, why you delay? Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Oh Biafra, why you delay? Chobi Masarafim, Bianu, Bianu, Unu Bianu, Wunda Mamiye, Bianu, Bianu, Unu Bianu, Wunda Gozra Gozi, Bianu, Bianu, Unu Bianu. Igekwe metu kwagaka wadae. Igekwe metu kwagaka wadae. Bianu, Bianu, Unu kusi na wuzaka yama. Pakumani yale, oyitela, wam wam.
War is an ill wind that blows no one any good. Oftentimes, mere hyperbolic conjectures escalate to full-fledged wars. Therefore, before you utter a word to your fellow man, bite the word with your teeth and see how bitter it is. Remember, materials can be recycled, but words can never.
Abuna meme wo siteno kukureku wara mmehie chukuna. Abuna meme wo siteno kugwa wada wara mmehie chukuna. Ezinna biko na biko wara mmehie chukuna. Abuna meme wo sitena nyamlerele wara mmehie chukuna. Abuna meme wo siteno kugwa wada wara mmehie chukuna. Ezinna biko na biko wara mmehie chukuna. Na biko wara mmehie chukuna. Enemy plane agafela aga magbatu ya na portu. Selense abegi kulele subiakwa jealousy oyije no oyitela wam na yemehe. Go on many and asiyemena omeni and asiyemena omeni and asiyemena bakumani alele oyitela wam. Ajakangala chichuku keruwa owusi na meye bia. 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 Ejikana mi jaga egwa yakata. Ejikana mi jaga bebine bakwa. Onyega esune mbo mambanaga. Ise mbanaga onyega kwani mbo mambanaga. Ise mbanaga onyega kwani mbo mambanaga. Ise mbanaga onyega kwani mbo mambanaga.
On the 9th of July, 1967, the gallant Biafran troops, led by Colonel Victor Banjo, arrived Ore, but were quickly repelled as fast as they came. Biafra continued to cede territories to the Nigerian troops on all sides. The remaining population of Biafrans were gradually being squeezed together. into the little remaining Biafra unconquered by Nigeria. Port Harcourt fell on 19th of May 1966. Owerri fell on 9th of January 1970. Uli on 11th of January 1970. Aba, Umuahia, Okigwe also fell to the federal troops. Refugee camps became notorious for their shallow graves, fat green flies, hair lice, bed bugs, and kwarikwata, an obnoxious species of bug that defied even the effects of boiling water. Do you remember the proclamation of Biafra as a sovereign state was made on 30th of May 1967 with just 3,000 soldiers? But at the end of the war, more than 30,000 Biafran soldiers humbly laid down their arms. In the annihilation of a folk forced to determine its own destiny, there's nothing holy about others aggravating their calamity. When Allah fights Jehovah, something has gone gravely wrong, and the innocent young and old blight in the name of God.
A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. B company, Unuga Kwakwambo. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. Okamana trigger wa mama takeruende. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. B company, Unuga Kwakwambo. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. Okamana trigger wa mama takeruende. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. B company, Unuga Kwakwambo. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. Okamana trigger wa mama takeruende. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. B company, Unuga Kwakwambo. A company, Unuga Kwakwambo. Okamana trigger wa mama takeruende. Iyanyi busara no wero nyege jebute. Iyanyi busara no nicho nyege jebute. Iyanyi busara na sabo nyege jebute. Iyanyi busara n'Enugu nyege jebute. Commandant mengwangwa, mengwangwa, mengwangwa. Commandant mengwangwa, commandant mebute bwe. Iyanyi busara no wero nyege jebute. Iyanyi busara no nicho nyege jebute. Iyanyi busara na sabo nyege jebute. Iyanyi busara n'Enugu nyege jebute. Commandant mengwangwa, mengwangwa, mengwangwa. Commandant mengwangwa, commandant mebute bwe. Nurolanyo na nurolanyo. Nurolanyo na nurolanyo. Onwe mgbe ike gowan ga-akarị Chukwu. Onwe mgbe ike gowan ga-akarị Chukwu. Nna nuro, Chukwu kere ụwa nụrụ olu anyị o. Nna nuro, onye kere ụwa nụrụ olu anyị o. Nụrụ olu anyị o, na nụrụ olu anyị o. Nụrụ olu anyị o, na nụrụ olu anyị o. Onwe mgbe ike gowan ga-akarị Chukwu. Onwe mgbe ike gowan ga-akarị Chukwu. Nna nụrụ, onye kere ụwa nụrụ olu anyị o. Nna nụrụ, Chukwu kere ụwa nụrụ olu anyị o. Anyị jere ijepụta onye nwụrụ ezuru ike gbamgbam ọlụ oyibo. Onye nwụrụ ezuru ike. Anyị jere ijepụta onye nwụrụ ezuru ike gbamgbam ọlụ oyibo. Onye nwụrụ ezuru ike. Anyị jere ijepụta onye nwụrụ ezuru ike gbamgbam ọlụ oyibo. Onye nwụrụ ezuru ike. Gọvanọ amaghị akwụkwọ zawa kọnelụ n'ọdara iwu ndị amị. Ayeyo, ayeyo, akụrụ gọvanọ. Gọvanọ amaghị akwụkwọ Azawa Cornelu not daddy Wundami. Aye, Kumugo, Onyiroma Berachimo, no wamo, no waza, Onyiroma Berachimo, Ekene Lumo Kabono, Onyiroma Berachimo, no wamo, no waza, Onyiroma Berachimo, Ekene Lumo Biafra, Onyiroma Berachimo, no wamo, no waza, Onyiroma Berachimo, Ekene Lumi Bonine, Onyiroma Berachimo, no wamo, no waza, Onyiroma Berachimo. Ebruga wanje, bai na ngumaya. Ebruga wanje, Ebruga wanje, bai na ngoboko. Ebruga wanje, Oye tiwe tago nonura. Oye tiwe te Biafra nura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Mgbe nwagu tetere ebelebe buona. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Mgbe nwagu tetere ebelebe buona. Oye tiwe te nwagu nura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Mgbe nwagu tetere ebelebe buone. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Oye tiwe tago nonura. Mgbe nwagu tetere ebelebe buone. Lela kamo, enigwe na akamu dịkwa ọcha. Lekwa kamo, enigwe na lekwa akamu dịkwa ọcha. Mọgba ya ejere agha onye ga-eche agha. Kaije Binyo, left to right Binyo, border wayo, aye rene Binyo, aye rene Lagos, left to right Binyo, border wayo. Ayeye gerukwalani. Ayeye gerukwalani. Yawuru n'ukwu, yawuru n'aka, yawuru n'isi na gerugwu Awụsa. Ayeye gerukwalani. Ogbu male ịga-ala na mma. Ayeye Biafra.
Greetings to the world. Those joining us this morning, we are before our Maker, thanking Him, praising His name for His kindness. We are His children, and He is the Maker. He is the one that gave us life. He is the one that gave us our leader, Mazi. He takes care of us. Chukwuemeka, we thank you. We continue to pray that you lead our people to the promised land through our Ohamadike Mazi Namdekano. Give him the power, give him the endurance, because all he is going through is wearing out. May we, your children, continue to understand how merciful you are. No matter which way we have wronged you, Chukwuemeka, we kneel before you this morning and apologize and beg for your mercy. And we will continue to do this as long as we are alive. We have nowhere else to turn to. We have nobody else to approach but you. And all this we beg in your name. Ise. Today is February 10, 2020, and you are listening to live broadcast from Radio Biafra, USA. Is coming to you through Radio Biafra London under Mazi Uchemefo. My name is Mazi Alozie. As we mentioned earlier, we are thanking our Maker. He is the one leading us. He is the one guiding us. He is the one protecting us. We continue to ask for His protection. We continue to pray. We continue to thank Him. And He continues to listen to us. Are we responding as we are supposed to? Or are we telling Him that we don't understand? You know that there's how somebody talks to you. There's how somebody presents issue to you. And when you look at it and you respond, and that person does the same thing over and over again, then you conclude that person is playing with you. That person is not serious. We pray that our Chukwuemeka don't consider us so. We are begging Him, because we, His children, take things for granted. We always believe that when we call upon His name, He will come and help us. He is there giving us all the necessary things we need. Are we taking advantage of it? Or are we simply misusing it, letting opportunities go by? These are the things we have to consider. These are the things we have to put into perspective and make sure that we are not abusing privileges given to us. This bears down to the leaders, those who assume the leadership role that are not acting. They are not doing what they are supposed to do. Either they are not doing it out of ignorance, or they are doing it because they feel they have the power to do what they want to do. You can do what you want to do if it is not what Chukwuemeka has ordained. we are very, very delusional. We are not responding appropriately. And my thanks goes to all those that have devoted their time to this struggle. We see the dangers and all the things that are with us. May I remind you that upon all the time we continue to call on Chukwuemeka to help us, we call on the US to help us. You know, we are good at calling on people to help us. Then let's turn back and say, what are we doing to help ourselves? And we will thank the United States for giving us a forum, a spot to identify ourselves. You identify yourself, recognize your face, recognize that you're a human being, recognize that you deserve to live, recognize your identity, that you are somebody. And US is giving us that opportunity. Are we going to use that opportunity given to us? Considering the situation on the ground, considering the situation in your ancestral land, that land given to you by Chukwuemeka. That land handed over to you by your ancestors. And then your ancestors handed them over to your grandfather, and then to your father, and then to you, the Efulefus. March, beginning March, the Census Bureau has given you an opportunity to identify yourself. Origin, Biafra. Language, English, and then follows by your dialect. Whatever your dialect is, you put it there. That's what they have done for you. And don't take for granted that it is there. And let Chika do it. And let Blessing do it. Let Neka do it. And let Godi do it. Well, what about you? The more the numbers, the better. Igwebike. Unity and strength. Go there. Put your own voice. Just like you conduct election, you go there and vote. If 10 people go there to register, then what about the other thousands? The 10 people will not represent you. Thousands will represent you. But your token number works adversely against your intention. Please let us go and make sure we register. All Biafrans must do it. Don't say because your visa or your this or that. No. It is not immigration. This is census. So we must be able to differentiate the two. I'm laying emphasis on this because it is very important. Very, very important. And when they see it, they will say, there are many Biafrans here. And they're all saying the same thing. And we must listen to them. We must listen to them. for the 2020 June Million Man March. Don't forget that one. It will be in Washington, D.C. And after that will be a black attire banquet, which we expect a lot of people to take part, and our leader will be there. Our leader will be there. And that will be an opportunity for you to be with him, meet him, talk to him, exchange views. You see, understand the man. You hear him, you lose sleep because you want to hear him talk. Now, sit down with him and talk. Biafrans, our flags will fly that day all over Washington, D.C. It be like a flag day. And the things people see sticks in their mind. When they see the Biafra flag, they see that Biafra sticks. And when you pass by with your flag, with your identity, that is Biafra. I know that flag. That is Biafra flag. The rising sun. And our women will be in charge of the banquet. They will take care of us. So start your bookings now and start it on time. Because once the Million March ends, the banquet will start taking place. And the range is from 1,500 and up. It's for a noble cause. We must proceed. We must move forward. And we thank all those people responsible for organizing this. This is where we want Biafra. We know that we have good administrators. We have people that know how to put things together. And that's why we are who we are. The Charity Foundation, make your payment electronically through Zelle by going to your column where it says to who. They say BR67foundation@gmail.com. That's who you are remitting the charity donation to. If you're making paper money, you send certified money order or cashier's check, and it will be made out to BR Foundation Inc. P.O. Box 801519, Acworth, Georgia 30101, and then to our relay stations. You see our people are happy. You see our people are glad. They are now fully energized. They are pumping because they can hear our voice. Now they know they can identify themselves. And then to those that are first-time receivers of our message, we welcome you. And we will make every effort to continue establishing these relay stations. And Lagos is FM 96.6. 95.6. Abakaliki is FM 102.1. And then Iguacha is 102.1. CHK FM 102.1. And it keeps spreading. And we'll get there. So all those that have committed to see that this project is very successful, we thank you. We thank you very much. And when you do that, you go to your WhatsApp page and post your receipt and then proof of payment. Then you call +1 929 326 2733. Your zonal leader. to do that. I thank all of you for this message. Let us come to the nitty-gritty, the object of our staying here today. Yesterday, we gave you a clip about the Boko Harams in several vehicles. And then the numbers. Where are they from? Where are they going? And why are they going there? Why are they of the same range in age? These are able-bodied men that can raise havoc. We see it. Let's not confuse the issue. It is carefully planned. And they told you that they are fighting war on terror. And the terrorists are the ones they are flattering everywhere. And they will, I say they arrest the army officers that are guilty, the Boko Haram leaders, and then they will put them in jail, supposedly. That's what they said. And after a few months, they tell you, oh, they broke out of jail. It is only them that will continue to be breaking out of jail. And you, the Biafrans, the Southerners, cannot be able to break out of jail. Therefore, they are masters of jailbreaking. But we are done. And that is why they say we are stupid. Yes, we know we are stupid because Southerners continue to believe in your lies. We paid enormous price in the name of one Nigeria, doctored by false constitution. And we continue to believe them, and they continue to say, well, these people are foolish. Of all we do, they still believe us. Then let us continue to sell them the lies, and they will continue to believe. The most annoying aspect of it is that they utilize the services of our own people, like Okun. The burial period coincides with the movement of Boko Haram troops into our region. And at the same time, it coincides with the release of over 800-something Boko Haram members and reintegrated into the army. Why are you releasing them? Your release coincides with those that you are shipping into Biafra land, southern section. What are their mission? How many jobs are available for them to apply for that will warrant so much number of Boko Haram members? And what about the placement of bombs? And people are not talking. The governors are not talking. And how far is it from the pronouncement of Okon with regard to the burial of the royal family's ceremony? The police and the army are responsible for their death. What is the role of the army in the burial of a civilian? When did it become the responsibility of police, if not invited, to come to the burial of a civilian they killed? What is the role of the army to come and show force in people conducting burial ceremony? Unarmed. They have their belief and they stick with their belief. What is your reason for being there? You are an uninvited guest. According to your word. According to your word. We are not doctoring anything. We are just quoting you. If they come for the burial as ordinary people, not as a group without Biafra flag or insignia, we won't know them. But if they come as a group with their Biafra flags and insignia, and we identify them, that is where the problem will come. Because as a group, the federal government had described them as a terrorist group and proscribed them. And it is within our mandate to maintain law and order. And we have to make sure that law and order is maintained. I looked at that yesterday. I looked at that very deeply yesterday. And I started questioning. As a group with their Biafra flags and insignia, and we identify them, that is where the problem will come. Because as a group, the federal government has described them as a terrorist group and proscribed them. And it is within our mandate to maintain law and order. And we have to make sure that law and order is maintained. Who are you burying? Who is being buried? You are burying two people. Who are those people? They are the royal couple. What was the cause of their death? The army terrorized them at their old age and removed them from their homes. The property of the queen stolen, taken without accounting for it. And the army destroyed the palace. These are law enforcement agents. And they killed the people they met there. And they even killed Jack, the dog. Action speaks louder than word. Did IPOB kill those people? No. When the army approached there, they said they are conducting exercise. They claim to be conducting exercise. And the family escaped and died due to heartbreak. And who are these people? They are the royal family who believe in what their son is doing and stood by him. Because they gave birth to our leader Mazi Kanu. They know who he is. They know he is not a duper. They know he is a man that fears Chukwuemeka. They know that he is a man of integrity. And they stood by their son. And they participated in IPOB event. And then you are telling us that it is within your mandate to maintain law and order. And we have to make sure that law and order is maintained. How are you going to do that? When you go where they are going to lay people to rest in peace, your hatred for Biafrans, you are going to the source. You are going to challenge what they are doing. You are going to disrupt the burial. Were you given a letter of invitation to come and make peace? Were you given a letter of invitation by the Ezes in Biafra land to come? That IPOB will be there. Who proscribed them? The same people that are fighting for governorship. The same people that are serving Sokoto Caliphate. They proscribed their own brothers, their sons, their in-laws for personal gain. The same people that called him a miscreant called all the Biafrans miscreants. We have forgotten that. Let's make a detour. Who were those that were responsible in upkeep of that palace? It is a religious group, Jewish religious group that have their belief in Judaism. How many times have police been there? They will lay them on the road and arrest them. They are not foreign to Afaruku. They are not new to Afaruku. They live there. The intent. When you challenge religious belief, and you know that Ezekano and his wife belong to a religious Christian sect, St. Andrew's Isiamafara. You know that. Anglican Church. You know that the Ezes in Afaruku belong to those churches. Some Roman Catholic, some Anglican. You know that. You know that in the absence of the Ezes, those of the Judaic faith occupied the house to warm it up, to make it lively. In event they return, they will not suffer the headache of rebuilding. They decided to rebuild. And today they are your enemies. You are angry because they decided to make the home habitable. You are angry because they made the home well kept. You are angry because they are of a religious sect. You are angry because Christians are going to conduct burial of a well-known royal family. And nobody from the south attempts to disrupt any burial of any Muslim of any kind. Why in the south? Why in the home of Eze, Israel Ogu Kano, and Lolo Ugeze? You killed them, and you're vowing to take more lives. Are you claiming more lives because you've not shedded enough blood? Have you not seen Lolo Ugeze sing for Biafra and believe in IPOB? Have you not heard Ugeze say IPOB one family? She is a Biafran. If Ugeze will believe in Biafra, if Israel, Eze, His Royal Highness, believes in freedom, is that why you are angry? Because they could not be bought. You couldn't influence them. You see where the righteousness comes from. You see where the trustworthiness comes from. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Credibility, unshakable. They stand firm in what they believe in. Religious people, truthful. And they pass down to their children. You couldn't reel them in. You sent a Kano to go and do your dirty work. Reel them in, bribe them, give them whatever they want. Let them not pursue Biafra, so that you can destroy 60-something million lives of Biafrans. Those you failed to destroy in 67, 68, 69, 70. Over 3 million Biafrans were killed. And today, you are using our brother, Okon, as agent of death to come and finish what is left. We are not promising you anything. We are not threatening you. Let those that lost their loved ones bury their loved ones. If they have given you invitation, show it to the world that IPOB family gave you invitation to come and bury their Eze. If you receive the invitation from the family of His Royal Highness, late Kano, produce it. They gave you invitation to come and maintain law and order. If you have a threat that there is going to be mayhem, produce the evidence. You go where you're not invited, and you cause mayhem, and then you will say, maintaining law and order. That makes me ask you, what is law and order? Which law and which order? A peaceful zone is where you conduct your operations. You coordinate them, and then you unleash mayhem on Biafrans. It is the Ezes, those that are guilty of bribery and corruption, those, the Igwes, that see nothing wrong in the harassment of their wives, that see nothing wrong in the raping of their wives and their daughters by the Fulani herdsmen, because they have surrendered their soul because of money. Have any of them said, no, you cannot come, we don't want you? That man, Nnamdi Kanu, as you stand today to proclaim your Ezeship and your Igweship, but not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will not be standing there to have the mouth to speak. They would have overrun you, taking your wife with them and dangling them in your face. Our daughters have not recovered from the damage done to them. Today, your children are prostituting because you don't have a job. The Fulanis have taken the job. Then your wives cannot go to farm. Your sons cannot go to farm. you are simply hanging by the thread. But not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all would have ended by now. Why are they afraid of IPOB? It is because the ability of IPOB to produce is very evident. He has given more to the people of Biafra. If the Oduduwas have what you have in the name of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they would have been history. They would have been gone. They would have been gone long time ago. But you, out of confusion and never to agree, walk different ways. You brag over your inability to agree. And you think it is leading you to the right path. No, it is leading you towards destruction. Oh, the 4 governors came to Enugu to do what? You are instituting a security service through federal government, and then they will give you their own men. For what? The same men killing you. You guys are sick. And then it is not governors from Biafra land, it is governors from Southeast. You are encouraging divide and rule. All governors from Biafra land need to sit down together to see and interpret the writing on the wall. All those that are under the leadership of these governors, be you from Akwa Ibom, regardless, as long as it is within the confines of Biafra land, you will live to regret the mistakes you are making by not talking to your governors, telling them, you governors must put your head together to save us. You were not invited. People have made arrangement to peacefully lay to rest the remains of the royal family, husband and wife. When they were attacked, you did not go to save them. Rather, you helped. Now, why are you there? It is the responsibility of the Ezes to go to the governor and tell him, take your troops away. Take your police force away. We don't need them. Failure to do that, all the Ezes around Umwa here, and then the Ezes in Biafra land will be held accountable for anything that happens. When the youth forum will come and talk, they talk with force. We are coming to take your land, and you are laughing. We will bring what to your doorstep, and you are laughing. And then the one defending you, you are attacking. I wonder. You are determining who you will and will not allow to participate. And then you say you'll scatter it. Vandalism. That's all you know. Vandalize, kill, and destroy. And Boko Haram is meantime waiting for you, and you are not going there. What do you have against Jewish Zionist church during burial? Are they not living there? Now you are attacking Christians. And you are using the burial as a cover-up. There are things that need to be said and things that don't need to be said. Pardon IPOB leader to bury Father Ohaneze begs Buhari. Withdraw that. You cannot write to Buhari to pardon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He did not commit any offense. Just like most of you are used to being tagged criminals, miscreants, bandits, cult members. And when you say that, they say, we pardon you. Lay down your arms. We pardon you. In your own land, in your own father's compound, they will come and disarm you. They will come and label you. And then they say they pardon you. Then you're telling people that you are begging Buhari. Ohaneze begs Buhari. To pardon, grant indigenous people of Biafra leader presidency to pardon to bury his father. No. That is a mission that betrays his belief. I will tell you why. He is a man of his own integrity. You cannot belittle him. He is not subject to the government because they killed his parents. And the international world is watching. He saw his parents before they died. He was with his parents before they died. And he cannot make himself available to be killed by telling me you are pardoning him. You are telling Buhari at your own word to pardon him. And that is why nobody is talking. Somebody is committing crime, nobody will tell him you are committing a crime. You have to pardon somebody to go and bury his parents. No. No. As a matter of fact, our leader determines what to do, what not to do. It's funny. In a statement in Abakaliki at the weekend, the national president of OYC, Chukwuemeka, noted that the international community was watching the development. He added that OYC was worried about the military presence in Kano's village, Afaruku, Umuahia, Abia State. Few days to the burial of a king, Israel Kano, and his queen, ostensibly to arrest the IPO leader on arrival. He appealed to Buhari to consider the international damage for Kano's absence. He has taken a stand. So if you are using our leader as a pretext that our leader is going to be there, and then you station your troops around, and then you instigate problem and start killing people, and the next thing you say, you saw our leader there. And then that's why you are pursuing him. And as a result, quoting you, you don't understand. Why were you there? You don't understand that Kano was there. How do you know? You don't understand that he was hiding. Who told you? You don't understand that this is your language. You have no business being there. You are an uninvited guest. And let the family, let the people of Afaruku, let the people of Biafra land bury their Eze. Go to Sambisa forest and confront your problems. But regrettably, you can't do that. The ones you killed in the Middle Belt, you see what the governor is saying. You kill them, you hide the killers. Arrest all Fulani killers. Arrest them until they produce the killers. Just like they hide the soldiers that commit crime. Our people, wake up. Wake up, because you see that burial ceremony, the Ezes and the Igwes must not make a stupid mistake. Boko Haram has been the order of the day in the south and in Biafra land. And they are telling you, oh, we'll be happy because we are defeating Boko Haram. Boko Haram is becoming a thing of the past. And today, listen to Brotai. Nigeria Army Chief Brotai, such Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff, has said that Boko Haram cannot be defeated easily because of the indoctrination they received 10 to 40 years ago. Biafrans, those gathering in Afaruku, the Ezes and your rank and file, listen to this, because the chicken is coming to roost in your compound. And it will start with that burial. They have enough Boko Harams around to start killing. And they will use IPOB as a pretext. We are always warning you ahead of time. We are always informing you ahead of time. But the thing is that you don't even know what is happening. We have to stay here and tell you what is happening. Your radios are not reporting it. Your BBC you died to listen to is not reporting it. They are not telling you anything. But you have free Radio Biafra that is telling you what is happening. You have people from here calling you, telling you what is happening. They are telling you that you have soldiers 3 miles away around you. No, you don't know it. Something is happening to your neighbor. You don't know that something is happening. It is from here that we tell you that something is happening. And your radio stations, owned by those killing you, will not inform you. And now, Jibril is telling you, we are fighting terror. And the army is doing a good job. And now here comes Burutai today telling you, I don't know if you can catch it. I tried to delay when I mentioned it. I don't know if you caught it. I will do it again. See if you will catch it. Nigeria's Chief of Army Staff, Burutai, has said that terror group Boko Haram cannot be defeated easily because of the Indoctrination, they received 10 to 40 years ago. He said the group now has a wide number of recruiters, logistics, suppliers, and propagandists living within the civilian population. Do you get it? They are in your neighborhood. They are coming. If they cannot defeat them in Sambisa forest, they cannot defeat them in Borno, they are shipping them into your villages. And you are here begging for Buhari, according to you, to come and let Nnamdi Kanu bury his parents. Go back to school. Go back and re-examine your way of understanding issues. I'm not insulting you. I'm saying it with good conscience. It's an advice I'm giving you. See what is happening to you. See what is happening around your community and ask yourself, is it normal? If the answer is yes, let it be. If the answer is no, ask why. What do I have to do to correct it? Is anybody seeing what I'm seeing? What is the opinion of that person? And the only person heading this thing is the one being demonized. And you have not even acknowledged what he is doing. Instead, you're trying to be among the popular sect that cannot tell you anything. Let the sleeping dog lie. He has given you all the information you need to know. Brutai has given you all the information. Let me say it again. He said the group now has a wide number of recruiters, logistics suppliers, and propagandists living within the civilian population. But you're too quick to come and fish out IPOB members. And then the Boko Haram we catch, we bring them out. You say, if you touch them, we will punish you. And then you're confirming, in case you couldn't figure out what I say. That means Boko Haram did not start today. It started 40 years ago. And they have well established themselves. Boko Haram started 40 years ago. Just after the war. That's when they formed Boko Haram. Because they know their long-range plan. And then it came into full-blown affair 10 years ago. Do you see it? For those that are clamoring for one Nigeria. Our Rivers people, how are you? The Ogonis, how are you? The Ebonians, how are you? The Fulanis are in your compound, telling you their forefathers were there before you. And then they are telling you they are coming to take your land, whether you like it or not. Their forefathers were there before you, but they are coming to take your land, whether you like it or not. Now, to tell you that they are in for it, he's saying, insurgency is not what you defeat and it will just fizzle out. Insurgency will fizzle out. It is not what you defeat. Therefore, you are not going to fight Boko Haram. Boko Haram is here to stay. That is what I gain from that. That is my own interpretation. And they will promote propaganda to the effect that all the institutions of government will be sent to will seem to be ineffective. This is what they are doing. they are exploiting the fault lines. Now you said there's no fault line. Lies upon lies upon lies. Come here and tell me that you are Oduduwa. Come here and tell me that you are Middle Belt. You are the South. You are the will soon be conquered territory. Shame on us for not being able to figure this on time. And shame on us for not being able to congratulate our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, for all the efforts he has made. Shame on us for not serving him, for not protecting him. No, rather, we were trying to demonize him. What he did and what he did not do, what he said and what he did not say. A peaceful man becomes a terrorist. Then the terrorist, recognized by the world, is the one determining your government. And they are at war with you. And when you continue to deny their existence, when you continue to deny that they are coming for you, we wish you the best of luck in your belief. And when it's said and done, I will know where you stay to practice your chieftaincy. Then their, what do they call it? Will be giving you instructions. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Please turn off your radio. Turn off your radio, your name and where you're calling from.
It's all right. I told you to get them for now. You nowhere. You still can lose a water before. And so I'm not having to go for Papa Biafra.
Welcome.
I'm on my Bakaliki program.
Go ahead.
I told him to tell me for now. It's okay. It's about also.
Go ahead, Papa Biafra. Yeah, go ahead. We are listening to you.
Papa, I'm going to make a legend. Olivina, Papa, parents of mine who is Ogo, is Hamile, my Mama Hamile, my Mama Biafra, my Papa Biafra. I will live to a number 2 years here. India, ma onwe nwoke a na-akpọ oke amamonye ya na-emara ịbanye okwu nke ọfụma Hollywood maọbụ nke ahụ okoko nke ahụ oko nke ahụ ndị akpụkọchị ugbu a ọ ga-ahụ katọ mmadụ n'anya ya n'efu isi because he's a Biafra is standing against us. At way. I better let me talk about how his brother come, the other come need to talk it. Let him better start to run now. Our leader is not a man who doesn't do what he said. I heard him on Saturday. If you don't take time, gradually suffering is being sent by government, by his people. I'm sorry, Okon. You think about your children and your wife, I will not, you not know where they are. Because our God said it, you are, that He won't allow anybody who shoot somebody there to go untouched. His family too will burn his finish. You know what we are doing? It's command and control. What our God said will happen to him in the example to others. It's better for God to go and tell his brother used to perform in the Hollywood to go and start to perform there. It's better for him to live and eat what he has. Because Biafrans are coming there in good number. In good number. Those people that are hiding under pretense to call themselves, let them go away there. Because the trap will catch them. My brother Alozie, I am talking now to our elders. I have been listening to hear from elders, and none of them want to talk. This one not so it will happen. Whether they come or they don't come, we don't care. It's our own age for Biafra, not for Nigeria. And so let them allow us to do our thing as we want to do it. And bury the good age in Israel and his grace. Let me bury them quietly. And then they will have themselves. Please, let all these hear me. As they don't want to talk, time shall come, they shall talk. Thank you, Mazi Alozie. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much. The call number is +1 484 767
Mazi Alozie.
0848.
Good evening.
Good morning.
May people Okike Abiyama bless you. Bless the whole principal officers of IPOB. Bless you, Mazi Alozie. Biafra is here. And bless our leader, Messiah, Redeemer, Savior of my time, Mazinandi Okukan. My name is Chinemere Mobiuku. I heard from Abaje, Ewangele, local government, Biafra land. My brother, no matter whatever they are doing, nobody will stop us to bury our father. My brother, I am very, very ashamed of myself. What do I say that Boko Haram have been there has been 40 years. It means when these people are planning to occupy our land, our Igbo's and Eze's are busy being SNDibo in Germany, being SNDibo in Austria, being SNDibo in Malaysia, being SNDibo in People's Club, being SNDibo in social clubs. Why these people are preparing 40 years ago? Our people are busy. Our people are busy taking title. Shame! 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 The people who thought that they don't know anything, they are wise. No wonder the scripture say the children of darkness is very, very wise than those children of light. Kai. Look at what Buatai is saying. 40 years, our people are busy. Getting money, entering society, occultists, killing their brothers and sisters. Where the real enemy is planning to take their father's land. Kai, it's a pity. Being Aki Kenga, being Ohanes and Igbo, being Igbo Jurume, being Igbo Ekunye, being Igbo Amaka, being Igbo Cultural Organization in Russia and America. Shame, all of you, shame. All of you say that you have money in Igbo land. Shame. The time has come. No matter no one that scripture says, times have come when the secret pain will be reviewed. Thank God who made land the canoe to answer this call. In fact, Biafra is a judgment to the world.
Biafra is a judgment to the man, women, children, boys, and girls. Yeah. Mazi Alozie. But what I want to tell them, Biafra is here. Nobody will stop them. Nobody will stop us. We are here and we are going to bury our father and our mother. We are not burying Erufai, or we are not burying Buhari. We are not burying Southern or Sokoto. Let me put the word on notice. British government, no idea those people in the Afari break. Britain, America, Russia, Israel, Britain knows those people. They know about those people in Afari break. British government knows about those people. But we are ready. We move out for burial, not for war. Eventually, they will bring the war in our doorstep. We are going to defend our land, and we are ready. One day, that day is the day. But we are not coming for trouble. We are coming for burial. Okon, call you a Calabar man. Our leader have given order. But that order will stand to your brothers, your sister, your cousins in Calabar. That order will stand to your brother, your father-in-law, your mother-in-law, your in-law, even the place you are married. Okon, be careful. And all the people that enforce here, Biafra, in Nigeria police, in Nigeria Navy, in Nigeria Army. Be very, very careful. Be very, very careful this time. Be very, very careful this time. My brother, may Chukwuemeka Adana bless you until Friday. Let heaven fall. If they want that heaven will fall, let the heaven fall. But we are not for trouble. We are not for war. Friday 14th, we are for burial of our mother, our father. Eventually, they do any nonsense, kidnap or arrest or kill. Oh, the world, my brother, God bless you.
Thank you. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my namesake. Thank you, my compatriot. And thank you, a hardcore Biafra. And thank you very much for picking up my call this morning. I have called for almost 1 week. I can't get through. And I was saying, did the enemy tap my number? Did they block me? What is going on here? Because I know when I cannot do it on purpose. But today, this morning, the enemy had put to shame. Chukwuemeka shall punish them forever and ever. The British and the Fulanese are scrambling for the area, the territory that God did not give to them. There was no place on earth that a stranger, a foreigner shall come to the land and occupy the land. It has never happened before. Even in America here where we are, American government is still respecting the Native Americans and they give them the respect and everything that they're the owner of the land. And that's a pure truth. Look at it, the zoo. Or say the British, the 130 money does not earn anything. And the Fulani does not earn anything. And they're claiming their ownership. How do you think that kind of bullshit, stupidity shall happen? It cannot happen. My name is Onyema Wazunana Bashir. I come from all the province in Biafra land. My eyes have seen the island of Isopo, the road from Enugu to Lagos is closed. Chukwuemeka Abiyama shall punish. I shall send the tsunami on the 14th of this month in the next 4 days to swallow Jubril and Brutai and all the Magbies, all the Janjawees making their way to Afari Bay. Eku and the Biafra land. What I say every time, and I cry to Chukwuemeka Abiyama. I say, what is going on in the Biafra land? What is going on among the people, those who call themselves the leaders and politicians, the governors and the Hanese? And look at that one, like a Curtis in Imo State called Hope Uzodinjo. Yes, name is not Hope Uzodinma because Ndibo National Uzodinma guy you would have. This is the Hope Uzodinjo, Uzodinjo forever and ever, because you are falling, you are taking what does not belong to you, what Chukwuemeka does not give to you. You want to grab it by force, and you cannot see it through. Chukwuemeka shall punish you forever and ever where you are today, because you are trying your best to please your master, the house, the Fulanese. Today, I want to say this to my people in Omwa here. I want to say this to the Kano family, and I want to say this to Biafra. Keep on going. Nothing shall happen on that very day, because Chukwuemeka is our witness. He's on our side. We must bury our father. We must bury our first father. We must bury our first mother. We must bury them. Tsunami shall swallow Buhari and his people. Chukwuemeka Abiyama shall blaze us and blaze in Namode Kano. Wherever is that, it is an hour. My eyes have seen the island of Isobo, the road from Enugu to Lagos is closed. My eyes have seen continent in the continent, Biafra coming. Wala, Biafra. Wala, nobody can go ahead and bury our dead. We cannot annihilate him, but we are Gog. We are here and we are coming. Tsunami shall swallow you all. My brother, I just want to contribute. And I want to try. I said, let me try again this morning to see if my call shall go through. And I thank you. And I thank you, Biafra. We shall be praying for all of you. I will do this Nadia, and with 480 people, where did they come from? Who opened the border for them to come to? Who is manning them where they are now? Who is taking care of them? Who is manning them to see that they are not staying all over Biafra land? And there are people in Olu province. You know that your culture started, this is terrorism, and we have been saying this since 2014. Okoro started it. This is terrorism that is spreading all over Biafra land today. Was started in your culture. Our people in Olu province. Go to Akabo, go to Umuofa, Uguta local government. Make sure that you are around the Uguta local government territory. I am saying this to Olu province. Olu province, go to Umuofa, Akabo, Uguta 2, and the Mama territory. How many territory? Oma territory. The whole of Olu local government and Uguta local government. Make sure that you all search around that territory. These territories is search them. Okorocha, that is where he started this very Makban terrorism. Thank you, my brother, for picking up my call this morning. All hail Biafra. And we must bury our mother. We must bury our father successfully. Nehu Kukonyenene Hane, Chineke Gagosi Aye, Goje Biafra, Goje Namode Kano, all hail Biafra. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi Alozie.
Good morning, welcome. How are you?
Good Monday. My name is Chufu Emmanuel. I am a native of Ishiago, Ebonyi State, Biafra land. This morning, I want to talk to Mr. Kuhn, the police commissioner in Abia State. You have made a comment that is going to swallow you and your family, because some of you have eyes, but you are not seeing anything. You have mind, you cannot reason as a human being. You see the devil, you change the name and give it a new name. Fulani has no friend. Fulani has no friend. Fulani has no contract. Obasanjo has said it, and that is how it's supposed to be. British government are using Fulanis to create mayhem to so many countries, which Nigeria is number one. Fulani will use you and they will dump you, or even to kill you after they have got what they want from you. It is better now, Mr. Kuhn, police commissioner in Abia State, to revise your plan and Fulanis. The only way out is Biafra. We have no other hope anymore except Biafra. Without Biafra, the Fulani has concluded their plan. As you can see, what Guta is talking about, they all know what is happening. They know, and they are working towards that. Their aim is to Islamize Nigeria. Whether you like it or don't like it. Because they are the trouble of the whole world. Osama bin Laden, that bombed America, is a Fulani man. They are going from one country to other, creating trouble. They are trouble themselves. They are animals in human being. When you see a Fulani man, it's an animal, but it's a human being. They are wicked more than anything else. They don't go to school. Forget about this Erufai and Lai Mohammed and the rest of them. Few of them that go to school. But by the opportunity they have in Nigeria, they have succeeded taking all the key positions in the government. Every position. Without Nnamdi Kanu, we have gone completely.
Yeah,
because these people are wicked.
Yeah, hurry up. There are many.
And they will remain wicked.
There are many costs.
So I urge our people to do everything they can to resist whatever they are trying to frustrate our people.
No.
At the end, we will be on the victim side.
See?
Nigeria have come and gone. No human being on earth can redeem Nigeria from the position they find themselves now. When a military man come and says, let us say and watch peace and the order, I'm asking Nigeria government, do you know the meaning of peace? If you know the meaning of peace, are you not Boko Haram? Are you not Fulani herdsmen? Are you not terrorists? A terrorist that is calling a genuine man, somebody say, I'm not interested. Enough is enough. The 100 years has come and gone. Let everybody go to his own separate way. You call him a terrorist. And you, who are terrorists, Fulani, who are wicked people, who are Boko Haram, you are calling the person terrorist. And some foolish policemen and the army from the south, they are still obeying the order of Fulani, not knowing that after the whole thing, the Fulani will kill you. Look at in Borno, our people are the people that they are sending for Fulani to kill, for Boko Haram to kill.
Mazi,
when they look at their paper, they see any Igbo man or any name that is not belong to Fulani, they will count them and they push them to the war front and they kill them. And our people are still using, oh God. Thank you very much, Mr. Alozie.
Thank you very much.
I think it's about 4 days now.
Yep.
Let's see what they are going to do.
Thank you.
Let's see what they're going to do. All right, Biafra. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Can you please turn off your radio? Turn off your radio.
Yeah, I have done that. My honorable lecturer, Mazi, Alozie. Good evening from here.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good afternoon, the lovers of freedom, wherever you are. My name is May, your humble servant, Mazi Chimajoseph Onyechukwu. And Mazi Chimajoseph Onyechukwu is calling from Obolafo. Obolafo is Rudin local government. Osuka Sad, Enugu State, Biafra land. I appreciate our leader, Mazi Nambekano, for my DK1. You call for our time. If I the man who come and make us to start living like a human being, because before the existence of our leader, Mazi Nambekano, all our sensitive memory, all our behavior, everything we do, you like animal. Is the one that make us to start know that we are a human being, and is the one that even make us to have to talk about our station and say keep on protecting him and guiding wherever he is. And they've got that Biafran that is fighting so assiduously morning and night to make sure we restore our homeland. And same thing go to our deputy leader Mazi Chukwuemeka from before. This is a man who promised us that he will never allow this platform to see corruption. And as I'm speaking with you now, he still stand on that his word. They prove to the world that he can trust a Biafran. But before they said that there's any Biafran that you can trust. But our leaders, they have now proved to the world that you can trust Biafran to the last. I say my keep on selecting every one of them and all of you in our media team, because you are doing a very good job. You abandon everything that you are doing morning and night to make sure that this platform will be alive in 4 hours. I say, may God Almighty make your generation to be alive and bless all your way and everything that you are doing. May you be blessed by the name of Chukwuemeka. I pray. He say, Umuchineke. Now, my contribution this evening is just so simple. Again, I want to use this medium again and say, may Ekekerowa. I say, may Ekekerowa again guide us on the 14th upcoming burial, which is on 14th day of February 2020, which remains 4 days from now. We know that our enemy, they are planning all sorts of things that are planning, but we know that who that is with us is better than who that is in the world. But there is something that I want to let the world know now. Let's ask ourselves a question. Like if you read the book of Exodus, start from verse chapter 13, and verse 17, the last verse. There is what God Almighty do for the people of Israel. And that portion of the Torah, that portion of the Bible was read through this week. We want to ask ourselves, why is it that this type of event happened this week? And is this week that is this burial is taking place? Because this week is the week that the so-called all the children of Egypt and the chariots and all the army died in the Red Sea. And that is what is going to happen in 4 days coming. All our enemies, any person who said that Biafra will not stand, they will not see the day of 15th of February 2020 in the name of Chukwuemeka. That's what is show banker. And we want to show the world again. We have said it time without number. We are not afraid of them, or we are not afraid of death. They have supposed to know that because these people that die for our sake, it's not that they don't value their life. They value their life even more than us. They sacrifice everything they have to make sure that we restore our freedom. So no matter anything that is you call Nigeria doing, our Muslim they kind of have made everything possible. On the 8th of February 2020, on the last broadcast, he showed the world that if anything happened that day, he showed them that we are no more patient. The time of patience have gone. This is time of action, and this is the time that we have to prove what we are. If they like that day, let them come and do it. Look at what is happening 24 hours. They are blessing our people, killing our people. No person is talking because who can talk for you? And so the fluff is still bouncing, jumping up every 24 hours. They are importing the so-called Hausa Fulani in our land, terrorizing our land, killing our people, raping our mothers, doing all sorts of things. The one that are doing now is searching every root and corner to know if at all they will see our Jamas in them the canon. But they don't know that you can do whatever you are doing. Our Jamas in them the canon can even be in your midst and you will not even see him because he's with Chukwuemeka. And the other thing is that he's not afraid of any person. Because who that is in him is greater than who that is in the world. So my people, I want to use this video again. Please, let's pass this information. Very, very important. No matter anything that you are doing, plan to drop it on that 14th day of February 2020. If at all you want our freedom, if at all you find our freedom, if at all you care for our freedom, let all of us go and honor our parents on that 14th day of February 2020, 4 days from now. If some people, I know that some people might not even have their transport, you can support them. Let all of us go there and prove to the world that we are serious of what we are looking for. And this Biafra that we are looking for, the thing is disturbing our spirit. And the thing we need is very, very important. And these parents that die for our sake, it's not that their time of death have reached. They die for me and you, so that me and you can get our freedom. Remember, and there's no other thing that you can honor them, in order to pay them the last homage, in order to tell the world that these people are our mothers. That these people, they die for us. And these people, they know that there's no other thing that they can offer us. Rather, to give us whatever you want in life. Because everybody is no matter anything, we need to honor them on that day. We are saying it, all roads should lead to Afaruki Beko. We are not afraid of the Zuko Nigeria. Because you know that the first thing they have to do is to fear you. And one thing that kills a man is fear. Once they're fearing you, you go nowhere. But if you remove fear, believe me, you will succeed. Man, say, I want to read this mission and say, may God Almighty keep us blessing you. Yeah, whoever that is working so assiduously to make sure we restore our own land and encourage all my people from Soka as this. We know that on that day, all of us, all the Soka people, IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, all of them will be at Afaruki Beko, whether you like it or not, no matter anything. That place is our land. And in Zuko Nigeria, all of them should go to Sambisa Forest and go there and fight. Because there's no any place that they can fight. You see a general, somebody can only answer a general. In our Afaruki Beko, somebody can only answer a general at Biafra land, killing Biafrans. That is the time that you see a Sioux army and a Sioux police, they will stand up and say that they have a fight for war. People that do not even have any ammunition, people that don't have anything, people that is armless, you start killing them. They don't even have a stone, they don't even have a stick, they don't even have a knife. People with bare hand and start killing them and calling yourself a general. But this time around,
your line is off. The call number +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. It is very annoying. When I mean annoying, very, very annoying. When you see people engage in very mischievous behaviors. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Okay, Mazi, Alozie, wonderful father. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. This remains your humble brother, Mazi Kuche, calling from Iguacha province.
Welcome.
Mazi Alozie, the only thank I will say is when we say we have restored Biafra. That is why I know that all of us are working. That is why when the British brought their language English, they say workshop. That's when you work. Everything has to do with our language. After working, we chop. So it's during after work, and when I will say we have finished work is when Biafra is restored. And there is no amount of pain, whatever we will do today to say we honor our royal parents, if not to restore Biafra. And I'm seeing this, that the Fulanis are trying to make it very easier for us and quick. Because whatever starts from a place, and start from by a particular time. So as I'm talking, I'm invariably also advising our IPOB, both leadership. So that thing we are looking at is Sokoto, is there in our Krotosh. Down here we are looking up, whereas it's there here. So however we are prepared, we want to can start. If our parents, royal parents, in their name, their Biafra is restored, it will be a consolation because their death should not be in vain. So, based on that, because I'm not looking at what they are coming this, I want us, because when things begin to happen, in the time of, if one of my ideas said, idiomatic expression, it's better to be prepared and be no opportunity than be opportunity and not prepared. So we have to, so this is the way they talk, this is the way the zoo, we are saying this is the way they talk. Then the zoo are telling us, this is the way we normally talk. So on our inside, we need to be prepared. What am I trying to say? Because when it starts, whatever starts, because when they push us, it's not when they push us, we'll go. We'll start, whatever will start, we'll start. What I'm advising our leadership, our volunteers, the list of people who have held us in bondage, in captivity all this while, both in Biafra, anywhere, both outside the foreign British, should be handed. Because when we start, as we will become confused. For instance, you see what I don't want to go to that topic now because we can easily forget, we can easily forgive. But when we have the list and start the operation, we'll finish based on the list. Because I know how it will happen, how it might happen. We can easily forget and become confused. Let our leadership, all the lists to our volunteers so that they will immediately they did. Our leader, we are not waiting for any other order. He have told us anyone they kill. Look at the northerners. Is it Kaduna or Kanu? He's telling you when you kill one of. Look at them. He's telling you when you kill one of Fulani, they will now replicate it. How much more the children of God? When you kill one person, when you start, thousands of them will go down. So if we are not prepared in this direction, we are making a very big mistake. Because and that is should be. Our leader have already known this right from time, that this will be the end product. Before I need you, it's not the people who you romance with, dialogue with. And another thing I want us to bear should not relegate to the background is the British. The way they feel comfortable during 1967 to 1970, dishing out instruction, bringing out their strategy because they are relaxed. The way the Civil War went on, the Lagos, Kaduna, all of them, the Northerners were doing their businesses, whereas the Biafrans are dying here in South, Southeast. When I call Southeast, it's something as Southwest. These things you are calling South, and this is not. It's the people that call themselves professors, illiterate. Some beings that food in the country, they call themselves professors. There are still the people calling South. Is it in geography? Is it those people that call themselves professors? We are still following people and calling South. Yeah, South. Who gave this name? The Fulani that don't have any brain, nothing. But we are following them and we calling whatever they call. The governors are Southeast, the governors are South division, divide and rule. We are following them sheepishly. So what I'm really saying, my people, the British, as they succeeded to 1967, relaxed and manipulating the war, they should not be the same way. Immediately start. British should also feel uncomfortable if we want to make headway. If we want to make headway, British and the government should also face uncomfortability. Should be make our people in the United Kingdom to put this thing in their scope. As whatever is happening here, the British should face even worse there, so that they will not have comfortability being negotiating the advertisement, using CNN, using BBC, relaxing. They will face worse. So that they will be the people shouting, let these people go. So this is very important. And as we start, by the grace of God, it should be non-stop until Biafra is restored. If we do and we go back and retreat, they will gather momentum. If we start non-stop until Biafra is declared and totally restored, whenever we start, it should be non-stop. So to all these evil people that held us in bondage, both in Biafra land, in the zoo, and the British, and all the results of them outside the country, are torn down. And Biafra totally restored, so that Chukwuemeka will be worshipped. See what Israel is facing today. There you have many English, Arabian, what are them, Russians, this, that. When Netanyahu talk, they will be talking another thing. They will not follow the leader of Chukwuemeka, and you will not face that same thing. Every mistake other people are making, we will use it to take our correction. That's very important. No matter democracy, how democracy resource that we say democracy, no matter how democracy, the one who is leading us in this promised land, his name will worship. Chukwuemeka. This is our test template. We will not negotiate this one in case, because I'm saying things. God bless Biafra. In the name of Chukwuemeka, I declare you. He said.
Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from? Good morning.
There's
people to try anything there that they're going to disrupt or shoot at any border police, chaos over there. That would be the height of it. That means that they want war. The whole of Nigeria to scatter. That's number one. So, if whatever goes over there, don't be scared. Just watch out. That's all. It's not a report about going to be there. Number two, they still will be talking about the House of Lands over there. I'm going to be quick on this because I know a lot of people want to contribute. All the states in Biafra part, all the states in that zone, their leaders, especially members of their houses of assembly, they know what to do to stop this incursion of this nomadic gender-witch herdsmen in our territories. All they have to do is exposing the members of the House of Assembly, both federal and in the state, are responsible. They have the leash on the leadership, they have the leash on the governor. My brother, all they have to do is to pass a bill. They know that everybody in the United States have the right to bear arms. That is a universal human right. But that is they know the capacity bill immediately to the governor to allow people to bear arms and bring the permit down to maybe around 50 naira. Each state has the power, the right to create their own security agencies and to arm them, also to arm the citizens. So like I'm saying, they know what to do to stop all this nonsense. The last thing I'm going to talk about is going to take me about 10 seconds. Jealousy. Jealousy is the main problem why we Biafrans are having all these problems. They have been using that trait. So when you have a trait, if you're tall, some people are going to be jealous. If you're very beautiful or handsome, some people are going to be jealous. If you have money, then they're going to be. That is the trait that we have to live with. We should bear that in mind. That when Biafra comes, it will be the greatest nation you will see. The discovery that will be made there, they will find out the mysteries about this universe. So everybody be patient. Thank you very much, my brother. Peace be unto you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. +1 484 767 0848. They don't care what they do. They are daring us. They are trying to provoke something. So it does not matter who is there. They don't respect people. They don't respect Biafrans. That's one thing we must bear in mind. If it is people that they respect, they will say, even if it is one man, because that man is there, we will not do it. But they are telling you regardless, they are going to disrupt it. And that's why I posed the question, were they given invitation to come there to see what they can disrupt and what not to disrupt? They know IPOB is making a stride. They know. They know. Caller, your name and where you're calling from?
Hello, this is Rabbi Charles. I'm calling from the United Kingdom. Good day, sir.
Good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time, your dedication for serving our nation, Biafra. I want to use this opportunity to greet Biafrans all over the world, friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom. Before I continue, the last previous caller, he wasn't all that loud on the speaker. I don't know if it is from his network or from the platform, but I believe that all is well. I want to use this opportunity to tell our people that in no given circumstance you should be afraid of anything. Before I continue, I want to use the use this opportunity as well to greet our leader, our leader, and all the principal officers, and to remind our people that when during the time we were discussing on the previous broadcast, you can see that every app was down. I was actually worried. I said, what is going on? Then I checked around. It's like it is what they call DDO attack on the whole app and maybe on the satellite. Nothing was working. Eventually, we navigated it through Facebook. Now we have the full clip of the broadcast because I didn't get it through from the beginning. When you listen to that broadcast, you don't need to be afraid of anything. I am so happy for what he said. There are many things he said in that broadcast. I have been listening to it over and over, as I always do. Biafrans in Biafran land, and those of us that will be heading to Afaruku, do not get yourself into a kind of fear. Don't have any iota of fear. It is your right. It is your right to go and bury our king and our queen that were killed by Nigerian government. They didn't die just because natural death came. It was as a result of Python dam they conducted on the 14th of September 2017 that led to their death. So Nigerian government, the terrorist government, killed them. I have never seen in any normal country where military are having issues with civilians, where they will abandon the high risk area where Boko Haram is ravaging people in Borno State in the northern part, and they send all their military, all their terrorist military to the eastern part of that contraption, which is Biafran territory. So when we have listened to what our leader said, we are all vindicated because I was mad before the protest came. When somebody called on Mazi I did that last week, I was telling them, oh, be careful, this and that. You shouldn't. These people, if they are human enough, if they are man enough, let them go and carry out any attack like they always do. I think it's business as usual. I want to use this opportunity to talk to the people conducting these activities in Asoro, Osibanjo and your group, Femi Adesina, all of you who are there, Abakiere, all of you. It is not going to be business as usual again. If you go and trigger anything, you will pay severely for it, regardless of any government that is backing you up. I don't believe that British at this present time will keep on doing what they did in 1967 to 1970. I don't think you will be so stupid to go into that kind of thing anymore. It will be very, very disastrous for all of you. I can guarantee you that. It is not just to go and shoot people. Oh yeah, when you shoot them, there is nothing they can do. In the days of ignorance, God overlook. We were ignorant of so many things at that time. There are many ways to kill somebody. There are many ways to go into combat with you guys. So I can't give you those ways at the moment. But what I can guarantee you is this. If you have anybody, even what is his name, the police commissioner, Mr. Cole, that is a Biafran name, of course. You think you can go and say something and now they're going to go and carry it out? What our leader said, I totally agree with him. It's like he was speaking my mind, as a matter of fact. Anywhere you are, wherever your children may be, you can never, I will tell you, they are not safe. I am telling you, you will see something that is worse than Boko Haram. I'm telling you. It's not a threat. I'm in United Kingdom. I've never been afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of being arrested. If they want to arrest me, they will arrest from us here. All of us. Not to go, you kill somebody and he cannot bury his parents.
I am hearing that, okay, yes, if I was to send somebody to go and just disrupt the activities by pretending that he's fixing the road. The road has been for there. The road has been there since this man became alive. Nobody dared to go after that road. They never found that road. At the funeral, at the time of the funeral, he just woke up all of a sudden. Okay, you have to hear me and hear me go. You can go with all the governors. You people are shameless, very shameless people. You can go with all the governors to go and you took permission from to go see how you can insecurity in Biafran region. You are mad, all of you. Mad people. How can Sokoto give you permission? It shows that you people are women. You are madam, all of you, madam. And so-called any Biafran that will listen to you people, I am sorry will be the name of that Biafra. I am telling you, you don't have people behind you. There are nobody following you. You can't even sit down and ask your people, how am I leading? What do you people want? That is how a leader should be. You can't impose yourself or superimpose yourself on people's will. Because Sokoto Caliphate gave you the go ahead to go and go with. It's gonna be a disaster for you all of you. Amoteku didn't go and consult Sokoto Caliphate before they said Amoteku up. Yoruba didn't do that. They did it within themselves. They removed partisan politics. They removed all this APC and PDP because Yoruba first is their priority. They thought about their people, their children, their women, their young and their old. And they went and set Amoteku up. And you cannot do the same. You went to Sokoto because Sokoto put you there. You never even were elected. You were selected. And you went to Sokoto to go and seek for permission to come and set up meeting to arrange security. You are all useless governors and the Ohanes and people. You don't represent any Igbo people. And I want to paraphrase you Ohanes and people. If you are not insane, sit down there, let them go and shoot Akam at Babaruku Ibeku. I swear before God of heaven. Okay, unu ga-eketa okie, ọnwụ ga-abụ pọshọn unu niile. Eji ego egoro ndụ, were ego goro ọnwụ. And as far as Biafra issue is concerned, I and many others have signed their lives. That now, in this Biafra, either we get Biafra or death to Nigeria. It's not Biafra or I die. I will never. Nigeria will die. I will live to see Nigeria disintegrate. It's my plan and it's my mind. It's my prayer. So if you are there, you don't think about your people. You don't have respect for people. That you killed the parents of our leader, and he wants to bury his parents. You are coming there to come and say nobody should come there. No terrorist kahabo. Chineke bokwa etini uno ninu uno oko. Unu ga second time. All of you mention your names. If you are involved, mention it. Both of them back. Governor of Imo State, when you know that you never qualified, they gave you something that doesn't belong to you. Instead of you to say no, I cannot take it. You say yes, headlong. You want to bring more in a way. Mazi, Alozie, we are seeing 400 terrorists that Boko Haram that were captured, in Imo State. What about them? Let me see what they will do to them, whether they will release them or hand them over to justice for them to be hanged. And people are telling me that Nigeria should remain. Anyone, be you Dutch, be you British government, want to stand up for this nonsense, supply them ammunition to go and do disaster destruction. You people will take the portion. That thing you set up in that contraption, Nigeria will follow you to your nation. You will combat terrorism. You can't handle it, and at the end they will take over your place. I am telling you, this is a word. It's a promise. It's never a threat.
Mazi Alozie, thank you very much. Ndewo. Shalom from here.
Shalom. Ndewo. Thank you very much. The call number is +1 484 767 0848. They killed them. And during time of burial, they are threatening to come back. Whatever their goal is, we are going to know. You can't stop us. They must be respected in their last days with us. Caller, your name and where you're calling from. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, good morning, Mazi. Mazi, my name is Ugo. My name is Chaka. Mazi, I am the PRO for IPOB here in the United States. Originally, I am from Amibo. Amibo is in the Imo province. Amibo is the home of the tiger and the home of Integra of Opobo. Mazi, I'm calling with first of all to thank you and thank God Almighty for keeping us alive. I want to thank you for all the job you have been doing. I want to thank our leader, Mazi Nnamdi, who have given us the inspiration and who have aroused our consciousness regarding our rights and our freedom. But we are asking for something that is ours. We are not asking for something that belongs to other people. We are asking for our own identity. We are asking for our father's name. Mazi, we have never asked for anybody to go and kill on our behalf. Mazi, we have never stained our hand with the blood of any Nigerian. Mazi, we can never live in this life and get intimidated by a human being that is created like we are created. Mazi, it can never happen. The issue is that we are in our own land. Our father and our mother died. We have that responsibility to bury them. But we can never go back to the belly of our mother again. Either we are a man or we are whips. It can never happen. The audacity of the massacre of the national genocide, the children of Biafra, 3.5 million children were killed, massacred, intentionally exterminated. The population of the Biafrans, nothing was said about it. But that is the thing that gave them the energy, the impetus for them just to do whatever they feel that they do. Because nobody was prosecuted. From Obasanjo to Buhari to Babangida to Abacha to all of them, their nephews, their uncles, and all their relatives who have gained from the blood of the innocent. Nobody have given an account of it. They fear because they were intimidated. They killed and massacred, and nobody said anything about it. And because of this now, our parents, our fathers, the Biafras, they have become so weak and they have become so frightened that whenever you open up your mouth, oh, I don't want to die, because they know that they saw the death already. But it can never happen, because this is a new product of the Biafra that have grown. These are the people that have grown and see the type of injustice that have gone through and we have gone through. And it can never happen. But we are going to bury our parents. It is an abomination and it's a sacrilege that our parents must surely bury. We can never leave them not to be buried. But for the people that think that they will come and create a problem there, let them just wait and then they will see. That is all. Mazi, please, I want to use this opportunity again to make an announcement. And that our announcement is about the 2020 Freedom March in Washington, D.C. The 2020 Freedom March that is coming on 20th of June this year, 2020. So please, we are asking everybody that is willing to come for the march, let them bring their artilleries. Let them just get all their information. Let them call us for the hotel and other reservation. They have to call the High Chief Obefi
High Chief Ogbefi is the coordinator in Washington, D.C. And High Chief Ogbefi number is 202-701-7737. 202-701-7737. That is High Chief Ogbefi. My own number is 301-343-1221. 301-343-1221. That is for Onyejaka. So, Mazi, continue. God knows that we are asking for that which belongs to us. So, we are going to, Biafra is come here because all these things they are doing now, that is something just to remove shame from their eyes. If not, do you know how much money these people have spent to put military in Afaribek? For you to just organize the military, you know how many millions they have used. Only millions they use just to put military where there is no war, where there is no problem going on. Well, God is going to see us through. And then Biafra will come. And definitely this is a signs to show that Biafra is here already. Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 0848. They see the trouble, they don't go there. They go where there is peace to start trouble. And they are telling you that the Boko Haram will never be defeated. And they are telling you that they are the best. Upon all the armaments given to them, they cannot defeat Boko Haram. They are giving you reasons why. And if that does not surprise you, I wonder what else will. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Call out your name and where you're calling from. Caller, go ahead.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
Good afternoon.
Go ahead, we are listening to you.
Madam, this is my first time of calling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a zoo
Mm-hmm.
So,
stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. I will call you. Text him.
Okay.
Send me a text with this number, then I will call you. Make sure you text me with this number, then I will call you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, Mazi.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Mazi and Chidera here. Mazi, what I want to say now is, number one, I really want to appreciate you for what you are doing. It's not easy. Even in this difficult time, you have the courage to come out. But it's only God who will reward the good job. Thank you very much. We appreciate.
Thank you.
Mazi, I prayed for you and I prayed, but there's people that I really want to pray against. It's those people who call themselves Nigerian media. I did spoke in Mazi Peter's program. I won't go to that again because that is something I have dealt with. But these particular people who call themselves media, God will really punish them. Because they are the one who is making this government look good. Because if the media are playing their role and reporting the proper thing, the zoo could have been long gone by now. But they want to do the same thing according to the history, what we are read and what we see in 1960 something. They want to in the form of isolate the Igbos. Now, this is whatever happens from now affects everybody. They should know it. How will a journalist go to where Barrister Joffa is giving court press interview and asking Barrister Joffa if the leader of IPOB is coming to the burial party? The burial of his parents, not a party, sorry. Why would he ask that question? Why would this particular person take that question to whoever sends it? Because the kind of attending burial, nobody will die there. He's not bringing an AK-47 with him. He's not bringing tsunami or anything, or even the latest virus in Asia. So we shouldn't be Nigeria problem as of now.
The poverty ravaged them over 80. How many percent of them? They want capital. They're not asking questions about those things. The reason why I'm pointing out about these media, they went to channel TV and just show us like those who do cinema or child play and give us 400 something people without a single human being interviewed. And we don't know how come, what was the reason why they didn't interview one of them. To be able to know, these people that are here, at least 5-7 people can explain to us, how come you are here? Who sent you? Where are you here? This vehicle, why did they show us flash of the numbers far away without showing the plate numbers and knowing who are there? So do we know? The Nigerian media are be blamed if whatever will happen from now on. Because for all those things happening in Mazi Alozie, no media upon what we are shouting is calling, they could not go to this particular armies. Carry their cameras. We're in the Western world. We see what is going on here. Army cannot move. I've said this before. Army cannot, or police move any riot or any event where there is anything. That must be called what press release. The brutal would have called press, would have called journalists to sit down there and analyze the reason why. Number one, IPOB have been found guilty because of, they have declared loss all those years. How many of areas the IPOB have back on and done that we caused mayhem there? What was the record they have against IPOB? I said, no, previous barrier that IPOB does in social state, in social province, this was happened. Because of this reason why we didn't want them here. There's no issue. I see the idiot to come and say, running his mouth up. If you see what he says here in the Facebook, if you have come across it, he even going to the extent that are saying that he doesn't want any religion. Imagine that such a thing. That no Jewish and the Christian communities, they all will be banned from attending. That's what I'm reading here. Even some of the things he mentioned here, no flag, nothing. Who give him that power? Then the other people I'm angry with, yes, they are with us. I believe we are praying they will be with us in this difficult time, even toward after that is America. Why the reason why these two are praying for you to fall? They want to give them $40 million. No, $40 million. They are preparing. That's why all those processes are coming up. They are already 400 here. Now Brutai have came up to say, no, we cannot defeat them because they already mingle everywhere. Where we are Brutai, when they start passing border, passing their camp in everybody knows that Shakawu is in Sembisa forest. How come you release them from there and start coming down? Brutai thought we are fools because the 900 and 800 and 1,000 is releasing from them, bringing them the name of the army. They are the ones that are mingle with the citizens. And the journalists are not asking critical questions in this situation. What is going on? How come you are asking of the NEDA coming without asking what is the army doing here? And the AU that's supposed to be with us, I don't know whether the word I would just, but God forbid, I won't say that. Why is the AU doing meeting at Addis Ababa saying that they are there to silence a gun? Why is Buhari and the Jubilee and Abba Kyari and what is the name of the foreign minister? The foreign affairs minister. All of them are pieces of interview Buhari that are there talking about Libya. What you see here, now they have started again. Buhari have made a statement now. There's not him, no video, no voice, nothing. Only written by all Vanguard and Punch and the rest of them. Saying that all children of the tennis, I'm going to read it for you quickly, but just give me a second. I'm sorry. He said here that all kidnapping children will be released. If you go, will be free. That use the word free. All kidnapping children will be released. That is the breaking news. So, who is the releasing who? He collected 40 million now. He can again gather his ganja with the sisters and brothers, the little one, and release them, say these are the ones they're releasing. These are all lies. The media should be talking. Let this man come and video, and make sure that when you are holding him responsible, you can play the tape and where Buhari say. Not Buhari say via newspapers. A president who give January media, the first 2020 media, over written page, no voice, nothing. And they are saying that the AU are silencing the gun. How can they silence a gun while Brutai and his colleagues are in the Okon and Co are starting one in Afaribe on Friday, warning people not to come and bury? How do you silence a gun? Why there is a gun pointing at the people coming to bury the one they killed already? How do you justify that? Our people should know that we are not relent. We are not afraid of them. We all head to Tafari Bank on Friday. they will not do anything. But if they want to play a game, they want to see that this, oh, we are doing something, you collect 40 million. And you should know, do or do will be put this AU sooner or later. Because we were there asking them questions, what did you do when they are killing us? They are silencing the gun. What is the gun talking about in Libya? Why another one is about to start? Why don't you ask people that are saying the military in the East, where there is no war, no riot, not even a woman there, no single history of people man raping an evil woman. Only the Fulanis does that. Why don't you ask Buhari or Abakiyari, whoever you believe is that is there in Addis Ababa? Ask him, what is the army doing in Nnamdi Kanu? Are they telling me they don't know? Because you go through the Twitter, all their faces, they're all licking it, they're all stealing it. In the Facebook, you can see, they're really people that are important. Why don't somebody pick a call and make a call and ask people, what is this guy doing there? Because the reason why we are shouting this, experience is the best teacher. The last time we followed them, they killed 28 people in the name of Python Dam. See that have been doing the killing. They are not, these are human beings. These are somebody's child are dying. If anybody shot down there in that particular Friday, that somebody's child is not an animal. Even the animal here got a right. When animals are crossing the road, you stop your car, you don't dare hit the animal, otherwise it will be charged. But the human beings are now crossing the gun. The so-called governor give you 100,000, mobilizing them to do what? May God have mercy. Master Lord, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. As you were saying it, Mohammed is talking more. He wants to make the Nigerian television like CNN, but they cannot tell the truth. They cannot even cover what is happening, and then they want to be like.
Let me release some of the radio because I can't hear you clear here.
Yeah, I'm saying Lai Mohammed.
Yes.
As you were talking, he's claiming that he wants to make Nigerian television compete with CNN. And
yes, I saw it, 500 million. Imagine that.
Yeah,
that's Lai Mohammed.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So just thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, but who cares what we want to compete with CNN? The hungry woman or the one that killed his wife, we want to compete with CNN our problem. Why? Look at the statement the government are making. You want to compete with CNN sitting in America, watching all over the world, other than even he himself. Who cares about the look at NTA can't even have a simple graphic to watch. They are trying to compute it. Oh God. Man, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's what we are seeing. That's what we are going through. So that's why they don't like IPOB. Radio Biafra is there competing with them. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yes, Mazi, Alozie. I will continue to say, keeping on. But there is this very thing I want to say now. I will use my language because this very language we are using is a borrowed and a slave language. And people we are trying to inculcate, people that are trying to bring into the system to hear our cry are not interested. They are not doing anything, not that they are not hearing. And using that very language again to keep communicating is exposing most of the things that we don't need to expose.
We are not hearing you at all. We are not hearing you, caller. We are not hearing you. You have to start all over. We are not hearing you.
Okay, are you hearing me now?
It comes up slowly. It keeps getting higher and higher slowly. I think maybe there's a different thing you're using.
Okay, are you hearing me now? Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say right now is that I use my language to say what I want to say, because this very language and borrowed slavery language that we are using has done a great harm than good to us, because we are using it to expose our techniques, our plans, and all our roadmaps in the name of trying to carry everybody along and trying to speak that the people that we want them to come and kind of intervene, to assist and help us. They don't understand the language that we are using, that we have to speak this very particular English to enable them easy. Does it mean that they're not hearing? Does it mean that they are not listening? Even if they are not listening, are they not seeing? We have evidences, a lot of evidences on ground that that would make them right now to speak up, but they are not interested. So it is a very big stress for me to use a borrowed language to borrow people's mind. They kind of try to attract them, and why they are not they don't see me as a kind of an attractive moment. Why? You know why am I trying to say this thing now? Eventually, book it and abre hosopona. Akomosu actually kwano. To akomosu nai actually kwai ha. And this very akomosu in the nine eba kaya no we ma mbenapo nkeboke. Obona ndi IPOB bokoba. Haga akwa that day. Obona ndi IPOB bokwa nebu. Ndị IPOB ga-eyi akwa that day. Ka ngwa nkebe eziokwu because that's n'eziokwu na enu. Ọ bụ na ndị ọbụ anyị nafa bụ ndị ụzọ mmiri, ndị mba mmiri, anyị ọbụ anyị nafa na-ekwu okwu a gbasara nnwere onwe ha nwa. Nafa ebinitego wee nwee ndị otu ha bụ ndị na-eji atụ okwu n'igwe n'ọdụ mmanụ ebe mmanụ si apụta na-eme ọgbaghara ebe anwa na-etinye nsogbu n'ime ihe a na-eme. Ka ngwa eziokwu mmanụ a ndị a na-ekwu a na-eji maka ndị Amerịka na ndị mba ndị ọzọ na-abịa ebe esuru anara ụba na-eme ha ka ha dị na-ekwu okwu. Ọ bụ na ha na-ebute ọgbaghara kịta na anyị nwa na-eme nke anyị na-eme etu esi ife gbasara ya na nwere anya na-eji mma ejiri egbe ha nwa na-eme nke fa na saịdị nke ha. Ka ngwa eziokwu ụwa niile ga-ebidogote ihe ọnụ ihe na-eme ha mana ebe etu osi bụ n'ọsụsọ anyị nwere nwaanyị na-eti mkpu sọsọ anyị nwere nwaanyị na-ekwu ndị ọba anyị na ha nwere ife ọbụla ha na-eme so ndị Hausa si na-asụ na-eburu mmanụ na-ebupụ ndị ọcha anyị na-ene anya anyị na-asụ okwu oyibo ka ha bịa tinye aka ọfụnwa bụ ndị na-ekokwanye mmanụ fụnwa bụ ndị na-ego mmanụ nwa ndị anyị na-etinye igbu na ya chọrọ bụ ndị na-elesifa mmanụ ndị mmanụ ebe gosi na anaghị were apụta. Anyị nwa atọ na-eti mkpu na redio mgbe anyị na-eti na redio anụnwa ọ dịka onye nọ n'ime kichin ma ọ mee tọilet na-eti mgbu ị na-eji na hapụ outside even onye na-apụpụrụ outside na ha arụ ọka mma na ijeru n'ife awa na-eme onye ahụ oji and because ọ bụ na fellas if you want to fall somebody falling you start from the back. Then Bible say if you want to destroy a strong man house so first of all binding him out the source of his income, source of the taproot, that source of supply. Isi mmiri na-ebutekwa ndị ha na-edanye na-ekwu dịka ọ na-enwe isi bụ na mmanụ a na-apụ ụtụtụ na-efe n'abalị. Ọtụtụ ife na-apụ ụtụtụ na-efe n'abalị nri ndị na-ebupụ ya ndị Hausa na-ebupụ ya. Anyị nwa atọ na-eti mkpu ebe a ndị a na-ebunye na-asụ oyibo ka ha nụ ha na-anụ mana ntị ha dụrụ ya na anya ha dị ebe mmanụ dị. Ọ bụ na ndị anyị nafa na-eme ka ife tinyere ọgbaghara n'ebe mmanụ asị apụta kịta ọ bụ na bajere General Amnesty na gbuo baharụ okpe na-ekwu ka ibe na nke because ibe na anya kịta na ọ bụ na ọ anaghị ele mmanụ ọma nwụrụ emeriti ije nye ọda okonu ka ọ sị na akọmozu ebe ka na-emodere ebe ahụ eme ekwunugwu dị ugwu a bụrụ mmadụ ikwu ọnụ nwebara mmadụ ikwu akwa mmadụ ikwuru a na kwuru Chineke igburu mmadụ kwuo na mmadụ abịa akọmozu ime ọrụ egosi gị ha nwa mana ọ bụrụ na kafa na-eme ka ife na-eme ife kwesịrị ekwesị ego adịrị anyị na saịdị nke ha ma nwezi ike because Trump chọrọ imebi ISIS obuzo je destroy ya ebe ha si nweta mmanụ ahụ na n'iyi keji anaghị arụzi ụmụ ISIS again. Mmanụ abụghị major problem anyị ji nnukwu nsogbu na struggle anyị nọ n'elu ya. Ọ bụ na anyị nwere ike ndị mkpọrọba mmiri ibinye n'eme ife kwesịrị imenụ anyị kwuo ofu okwu ndị Hausa ege ntị maka ọzọ onye na-ejiri ego agụụ dị ya na-arụ ife ọ bụla egwere ka ya eme. So na ihe na-ekwute afọ na abụ ihe gbasara akwamozu a weda ma ha chọrọ ya ọ na ha chọrọ ya anyị akwa akwamozu a and onye ọbụla na-akpọ na redio apọzi na-emere na bamba na-akọwa na iwe na-ewe gị kama gwa ndị be anyị n'onu a na n'onu asụsụ a ga-anụ ha bidodo kịta akwamozu a nwapụ on Friday ha bido kịta afọ na wo abịa ife obele anụmanụ na-abịa ịtọ apụ ofu moto oyipụtara ituo ịbanye n'igwe onye nọ n'ala ihe na-esi ife onyonyo ibergezi anya faba na moto n'igwe maka aba n'igwe na checking point ka nkụ a na-apụgasị ofu bido taa ka a na-abanye ofu na-abanye ebu eto ya na-enọ because dinta nwụta nnụnụ mụta efe ebe dinta nwụta agbaba atụ maka na nwaanyị mụta na di ya nọrọ ya di ya mụta na gịnị di ya mụta just na di mụta ntụ nwunye ya mụta na di ya nọrọ ya ihe anyị chọrọ ikwunu because ị na-anya n'ime struggle a ọ dụka nye ife ọ na-anazi ofu akụkụ ọ dụka ọ na n'ofu akụkụ ndị a nafa na-eti mkpu want to carry everybody along nwoke na n'onye a na-asụ ogologo ebe na-agba ebe izolu na ife na-agbara ime ejebe anyị chere gị Why no more any events I want. Thank you. That's what I want to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi Alozie. My name is Chiezuk and I'm calling from Boston. Mazi Alozie, may God continue to bless you. May God continue to guide you. All our presenters, may God continue to, because you guys are doing a vital job. At this particular time, I know him here. And I just want to say thank you to that our brother. And let me say what or let me recount what Abali said before. If you are in the army, if you are in the police, you are in the navy, you are in anything they call force, and you participate in killing our brothers or torturing anybody that is your own brother, you're a fool. You are a fool. It is time for you to choose your path. It is time for you. Has it ever been heard before that Anemia was arrested? It has never been done before, but it has been done in the Riverine area. Have you ever been heard before that Anemia was stopped from being buried? Or they told people that will come to that burial and people that will not come to that burial. And they told the kids not to come to that burial. Has it ever happened before? You know what you guys are suffering in the army. You know. Almost 50,000 that you guys are getting. That's the reason why they are putting you guys through all this stress. Putting you guys through all this nonsense that is happening in that country called Nigeria. If it's time for you to have promotion, you will not have that promotion. And a foreign man that did not go anywhere, that you are better than 100 million times, will come and take over and surpass him himself. And you people are still there. You're still there watching. You need to. This 14th, you need to take a stand. We are all taking a stand now because we are going. This thing cannot continue happening. You are going to take a stand. I am talking to our people that is in the army, in the navy, everywhere, because it cannot continue anymore. This cannot continue. You have to call a spade a spade. We are not fighting this thing just because we are fighting for ourselves alone. No, we are fighting for the generation of the children. You know what is going on. You know what is going on in that zoological republic of Nigeria. You know what is going on, and you are keeping quiet. And instead of you being brave enough, we know our people as great people. Instead of you being brave enough to hold your own, that this will be the final test of what these Fulani people will do. If you don't stand up now, if you don't stand up now, whatever that happens, take it. We're not saying you should go to the radio station and say anything. But if you want to do anything, you can always test Mazi, Alozie, or test other people. But we are saying that if you are there and you see an Fulani man raise gun up and shoot our brothers, you will cock the gun and shoot him back. It is not done in their place. You know quite alright how they fight people in their place. You know an Igbo man will never cock gun or harass any northerner in the north. We do an army officer, they will go after you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
So that is what I'm just saying. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Hurry up, we are rounding up.
Mazi, please just 5 minutes there. I don't have the mannerism of repeating a call, but don't worry, something that put on now, you have a chance once again. Don't worry, brother. n'ọrụ isi kịta ube ofusi international community Japan na nke ha anaghị abịa ihe ndị dọọchị na-eme bụ mmanụ ka ha na-amị ihe ndị BP na-eme British Petroleum na other oil companies dị abụ edebere ha military ndị army ha na-eche ha na-amị mmanụ as long as the oil na-eflow ihe ndị Awụsa ihe ndị Fulani na-agba international community in the name of that zoo Nigeria bụ na anyị nwa bụ ndị rebels should disrupt create their instability na ha nwabụ ndị na-achọ stability na anyị na-achọ ka ha kwụsị ihe ha na-eme na ọ ga-eme international market affect and cost of living na western world inflation abịa escalate at the high na anyị enweghị ike deal with it ha help ha all their argument now ihe na-agba for long the development what I'm trying to say ihe votes na ọrụ which I ga-ekwu policy mana oge prison like nwa asọrọ ibe na-ekwu ọ ga-emere isu ọnwa so ndị na-ekwu ugbu a ndị na-ekpakọmozu
Rabbi, you would have come with this. You would have come with this tomorrow. The time is gone. We would have come with this tomorrow. We're out of time.
Okay, great. So, you don't isolate yourself now. Because you go how will you get you? Now, then in a group now. So, obagi you no matter how. Now, go home. Ever after most you naga. Onye eji do fu ndị ọzọ abịa ebe ahụ. Ụlọ aja n'okwu how will you get ya?
This is where we'll be ending today's program. We're out of time, and we must keep it that way. Both sides are giving good counter measures. We saw what happened when people were coming to our leader's house before the mayhem. You go in groups of 3 or 4, but you don't go any which way you feel safe, but not like you chartered cars and all that stuff, buses. That's what they're waiting for. That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting to see the chartered buses. So let's reveal it now. That's what they're waiting for. They are counting on that to see the chartered buses. Then they will start shooting and telling you it's IPOB. You know they did it. The corpses of those people have not been recovered. Those they made to drink muddy water. You saw all of it. You were witness to it. So this is where we'll be ending today's program. Like I said, the time I would have used to make some comments is gone. So I will leave it like that. And tomorrow we will continue. More suggestions. It can be intercommunicated with regard to how people should be moving. You're coming. They are waiting for chartered buses. Chartered buses can be chartered, but it's how to get there. They are going to lay ambush to see those coming for the burial. So don't discount it. Don't take it for granted. Safety first. A stitch in time saves 9. That's the way I can say it. For us to understand logistics, people should plan. The management will give directives with regard to that, but these are points that have been raised and they are genuine points and must be taken into consideration. So I thank you all for participating. We'll be on the air again tomorrow.